Welcome to Matchday Tribunal, guys. This is the only show where we put the Premier League weekends on trial. We examine all the evidence hands down, and today we have a lot of evidence to examine the Carabao Cup. Today's docket is Carabao Cup special. And well, before we go to the Carabao Cup special, let's go to our prediction recap quickly. Everybody has 2 points. But the standout results, Joseph and Michael got the City win right. I don't know. I get carried away by Arsenal. I don't know. And they disappointed me today as they've been disappointing their fans in the last 20 years. I got disappointed today. And I had 0 points until the Villa game. The Villa game was my only stand alone. I predicted a Villa win. And I think this is probably my first or second stand alone. So now that we're done with our prediction recap, Akin seems very quiet. Let's go to the Carabao Cup Final where young O'Reilly stole the show. And yeah, it's that the new hero at City. We were expecting Dalman to come, but we don't know what happened. It could have been a Dalman O'Reilly show, but Ateta decided to rest
Not a down man.
for maybe
No,
the World Cup.
Riley is a senior player now. That man is
But don't man going to World Cup now, so
no,
he's
Riley
not
is
going
already
again.
on the World Cup list. That man was not sure.
Oh,
So
I'm not sure. I
yes,
thought
now
we were
we've
very
seen
sure
that since
now.
now.
No, last week you
No,
said
he said he was going for sure now. What
No,
happened?
remember, see, you guys, I said if Tuchel is going to go for I call them the exciting
you
young
have me
talent
on video.
as a surprise. Yes, Michael know exactly what I said because I said if Tuchel is going to go for the exciting young talent, surprise package, then Nauman is on the way to the
Yeah,
World Cup.
so we
Yeah.
will talk about that one who did
Oh
not come
yeah.
and win a Carabao Cup. How far Arsenal bottling company now? We see they have to now.
No,
ABC.
it's a Carabao Cup. It's Manchester City. No, let me start. It's Carabao Cup. It's Manchester City. We're playing it against the best coach in the history of the game in recent modern years, and it was a good game. We had our chances in the first half. We didn't take
How
it,
many?
and O'Reilly came to steal the show. And I'll take as a loss, but we're still the Premier League top table leaders. And if I'm to choose between Carabao Cup and Premier League, obviously I'm not choosing Carabao Cup. So
So now you are choosing. You are no longer going for the trophy.
we're not going for the cup. Well, if you're in every tournament, you play to win it, or do you play to lose in a tournament? We're not like Chelsea. They are going to tournament to be trashed 8-2 and 3-0 and being
Yeah,
battered black
no.
and blue.
I think
Yes, yes, but
So
this is
so
you came
but
and
Chelsea we don't
you have a
got two
script you are
things.
reading.
Yes,
This
Just
coming out
read
fighting.
without your script. Just hold on,
it's
hold
the
on.
truth. So if we're going to a tournament, we played in the final unlike some people. So at least we show that we are challenging for
What did
it.
you show today,
So
please? What did you
But,
show
but
today?
but it feels like Mikel is vindicated in his statement though. Like you guys did not play anything today. You
we
didn't
didn't play
come
well
out.
today. We
At
didn't play
least
well
you should
today,
have
but
scored a goal for a
in
team
the
that
first
is
half we
leading
should have
the
scored a goal in the first half at
for
least.
a team that
But
is
I'm
leading the league and is supposed to
But
be the best team in
however,
the country.
however,
That was
when
rather
Manchester City
disappointing.
won their treble and they did everything, they lost to Man U in the FA Cup final. Man
Did
U
you
was
research
terrible
all of
that
these
year as
things
well
before
too.
coming
So
to? Did
please,
you research everything today before coming to the
no,
trial?
no, no. I watch football. I didn't want to say I watch
You're not
football.
reading from a script. You sound like Ateta post-match
I
conference.
watch football. Don't worry. I watch football. Don't
If I
worry.
go and watch Ateta's post-match, you sound like this. Oh, we don't want to win the
No, no. So
Carabao.
I'm saying yes, it's a game that I wish we had won, but we didn't win it. But if we now don't win the Premier League, then I'll be sad that we lost this one. But winning the Premier League is the most important thing for us right now. So
What
and
about
if we win
tournament?
it, then nobody will remember the Carabao Cup we lost against Man City. And at least it's not like we lost to Newcastle or Tottenham or Aston Villa. It's Manchester City, by the way, the best team in the Premier League in the last decade.
But you've
So
lost
we
to them
lost.
again in another
Mhm.
Carabao final.
Another.
Yeah, second
Uh,
time we lost. 2018 we lost. It was we're not even half as good as we are now. But yeah, but we're okay with it. We didn't lose to a terrible side, so we lost to worthy opponent.
Very well rehearsed speech. I'm really
Not
It's a
Everton. Not
God.
Everton.
It's
Not Everton.
a yes,
so like
yes.
you came prepared.
So the Man City we've been watching since.
I have one question for you. All season you've criticized Eze and you've called for Havertz to play. I don't know. What did Havertz do today in that game?
No, the reality on ground with Havertz is that Havertz has been injured since January last year. He's played like a very few. It's the truth. Havertz is played a very few games. If Eze was not injured today, Eze would start today. That's the truth. If Eze was not injured, Eze would
I
start.
also have you on camera
Havertz has
saying you
not
can't wait
been.
for Havertz to come back to like
No,
turn.
no, no. I can't wait for him to come back as well too because he's still not fit. Like if Havertz was fit, Havertz starts every game as like our central forward, but Havertz is not fit yet, and I can see it in how he plays. He's not being the same aggressive, strong Havertz. So Eze has been playing well the last few games, but I don't think Eze would have done anything more different today because we had our chances. We could have scored, but maybe Eze is a better finisher than Havertz. Eze probably could have scored, but we didn't take our chances.
Oh, is
And
it
Man
a
City
better
is a
finisher than
deadly.
Havertz now?
Yeah, Eze is a better finisher than
Oh,
Havertz.
okay.
Like Havertz is a better player overall.
Okay.
Eze finishes well, and I'm not going to doubt that. But Havertz is a very better player overall. And we had our chances, we didn't take it. Man City took their chances with Super O'Reilly, who's having a fantastic season, by the way. He's having the Palmer season that took him to Chelsea. Maybe in the summer, Chelsea will buy him again for another 80 million. So, but like, I feel bad that we didn't win it, but I don't think I'm
I
actually,
thought you were
I
not
don't think
thinking
I
about
feel
Carabao.
bad like Arsenal losing the Carabao Cup. It's not like something I feel very, very bad about. I wish we had won it, but I don't feel very, very bad about it because if we win the league, I don't care who remembers
So
Carabao Cup.
you are not disappointed by the performance of your boys?
I was, and I clearly understand why. I was like, I've been saying it for a while now that like at least for the first time, Arsenal will stop playing every 3-4 days. The boys needs to rest right now, and I think it's a good one. And luckily, FA Cup doesn't come
But
midweek.
Man City played as well now. So
I'm just saying for us, Man City, for us. I'm not talking about Man City. So please, Arsenal,
no,
we've
but
been
like
playing.
if both teams
It,
played
it,
during
it,
the week, I don't see how that argument holds
I
No,
mean,
I'm
anymore.
saying that like we've been
Joseph,
playing
he's
every.
basically saying Arsenal is a small club. Arsenal is a
Yes,
smaller
like
club.
we're not Man
They're not the
City.
level of Man City.
We're not the level
Arsenal.
of Man
That's
City.
what he's
That's the
saying.
truth.
You have a big
They are
squad.
a
You got all
bottling
these
company.
players.
We are
So
not.
yes,
Let me tell you. See. Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the history of the game since 2008. That is almost 20 years of dominating European football. He's the best manager. There's no doubt about that. Everybody knows Pep is the master of the game, and there's no doubt about that. And if you're playing against a guy like that, you have to be at your top game every game. And this is the first
Yeah.
time Man City is beating us in 3 years. Yes, it's a crucial game. We lost for the first time in 3 seasons.
Just started.
So please,
So do you
but
think
But
what I'm
how
saying
do
is that I'm okay losing Carabao Cup, but not losing the Premier League. What I would
Okay,
be worried
so-
right now is that if we lose to Man City in 2 weeks and we are now running Elter Skelter to win the league, then I'll be scared. But
so
this
you
one,
think you still win that game or you avoid defeat or what do you
I
think?
think it's going to be an avoid defeat game.
So
That's
it will be a draw.
Probably a draw or something.
Oh, you're not even confident for a win.
We don't have to win it.
Okay.
Win what? How would they
We
win at
don't have to
Etihad?
win it. It's at Etihad Stadium. We don't have to win it. So
you
Man
gotta
City
win
has
the
to
Wembley.
win.
You have to go and win the Etihad.
It's Man City that has to win.
So at least everybody knows there's no more quadruple now. So are you guys going for the triple?
We are just going for the whatever we are in. We are in all competitions. It's the truth.
Whatever we are
See,
anywhere.
Arsenal is not. See, the thing is like, it's the media that came up with the quadruple noise. Arsenal is going for every. Why are you competing if you are not going for it? But we are playing every game like every game one game
No,
at a
it's
time.
not like Ateta, bro. Just stop. I can't take this.
I've been an
anymore.
Arsenal fan for more than half of my life.
We are playing every game. Just
It's
calm
the
down.
truth.
It's like an agenda. Oh, we are not.
No, it's
going
no
to-
agenda. It's
we
no
are playing
agenda.
every game. So, but now, can you confidently say you win the triple now? Since you are not.
Nobody can. Even Pep cannot confidently say he will win the treble. Pep
Oh.
cannot say it.
But can you confidently say you win the
You know,
Premier
Pep
League?
is still winning the treble too. Pep
Okay,
cannot even say he will win the
can you
treble.
say you win the Premier League confidently?
I think we'll win the Premier League.
Okay.
I don't want. I'm like 90% sure. The FA Cup, it depends on the luck of draw. We might get Man City again in the next round if we beat Southampton. But it's a luck of draw. Champions League as well too.
Why does a big team like Arsenal need the luck of draw to win games?
No, I'm saying like no. See, with cup tournament, it's the luck of draw. Man City will probably be in the quarterfinals if they didn't play Real Madrid, right? If they played, let's say it was Bayer Leverkusen they played, they probably
Yeah,
even
what
would have
if you
played
guys
badly and still be in the
Bayern?
quarterfinals.
If you guys played Bayern, would you have beaten Bayern too?
Real Madrid. So what I'm saying is that like if you're playing in Real Madrid in the Champions League, Real Madrid has been one of the biggest Achilles for Man City in the Champions League, like the last 3 years, and every time Real Madrid has beaten Man City. So what I'm saying is that if Madrid,
saying
Man
it
City had
does
met anybody else, but Real Madrid might be in the quarterfinal. Chelsea, if Chelsea had played, let's say, Tottenham, Chelsea could probably be in the quarterfinals too.
When you
So,
don't win trophy, you talk a lot like as like Ateta, like your
no,
coach.
you asked me a question. I said, with cup tournament is the luck of draws. You guys don't understand, by the way. Don't worry, I get it.
So,
No.
how are you feeling about your chances for the Champions League now?
The Champions League for me, like Arsenal overall
Another
this season
stage.
have not had like dominating performances,
Okay.
and I can't. I sometimes as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what to expect in the game. I just watch the game and be like, when 90 minutes end, because we sometimes will play well, sometimes we struggle. We don't take our chances as such. There was a time we're not
You
creating
even have
chances,
chances to
but I
take.
still feel that I personally feel that Arsenal midfield is struggling a lot without Ødegaard stabilizing things. I feel that stabilizing factor is missing in most of our games, such that we don't have that control we've used to have, and that is I see it as so. We are not as I call like a stable team like we had with Ødegaard in the midfield, and I don't know how long the guy is going to be out for. So that's how I see it.
Anyways, okay.
Alright.
I guess it's normal service. Like Arsenal, there's nothing new for us to say again. Arsenal bottling a final is normal. So
Not
let's
gotten a final. You guys
ABC.
lost. Chelsea lost 2 finals to Liverpool in the same
No,
season
don't
on
worry.
penalties.
Don't worry,
We lost
don't worry.
Carabao Cup
ABC.
to
We are talking about
Liverpool.
ABC
We lost
today.
FA Cup to
today.
Liverpool in the same
Leave
that
season.
was the, is that
That
one
was
of
in the
penalties.
past.
you did
That was
for
in the
this
past.
session?
So what are you talking about? How do you lose to the
We're
same
talking
team?
today.
The same
Yes.
team in the same season on penalties. The same team.
But we
You
took
see
them
the
to
key word
penalties,
there
sure
being
of us.
penalties.
Yeah, we took them to
It shows
penalties.
how terrible you were. To same
No,
team. They showed you the same game in
penalties,
Carabao
We
penalties.
Cup.
took them to penalties.
Please. And that was
Against
Liverpool.
Klopp's
That was
Liverpool.
Liverpool's one of Liverpool's worst seasons ever.
No, did they finish
Yes.
what? Third or fourth that season?
That was one of their worst seasons with club.
The thing about
No,
us,
Liverpool finished like
you
third
guys
that
always
season, I
live in the
think.
past. We are talking about a
We are
game
not.
that just
I'm
finished.
saying that
Exactly.
you were saying that bottling. I don't know what you mean.
The thing is,
You're talking as if like
you, Akin, after that loss, Chelsea has gone to win the Conference League and the Club World Cup. Just to tell
which
you,
way, we are going to win the Premier League. So what are you talking about?
Realistic.
It's just in 8 weeks.
Uh,
What's today's date? March 22.
It's okay.
May 24 we are winning the
After
Premier
losing
League. What
today,
are you
make
talking
do a lot
about?
of research before coming to the tribunal. It's okay.
No, I'm just coming from church.
Just went to go and read how many finals that Chelsea lost, how many
I watch football. Don't worry. I have what's it called? Ammunitions in my. I have enough attacks in my ammunition. And I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm used to
Where's
this.
the cup you wanted to show us today?
24 years of
yes,
doing this.
The cup is here. The cup is here. We're ready. The cup
Mike,
is ready.
do you know what it means that 24 years of doing this, you have enough work experience. You guys are just starting.
Obviously, you do. Anyways, let's go back to the Premier League. United, Bournemouth. I think that's it. That's one of the results that everybody got wrong, apart from Michael. I think Michael predicted a draw, and everybody said the Manchester United win. But the biggest talking point from that game was Maguire's red, and this takes us to something we always talk about: ref calls. Do you guys think that was a red card or was a soft penalty to concede?
I think it was a penalty and I think it's a red card. But the problem we all have is the consistency. And I was watching the referee during the week, I think it was yesterday, and he said something that opened my eyes to something else. He said it's hard to get consistency across games, but the least is to have consistency within a game. And that if the referee wouldn't give the Ahmad penalty, then the Maguire penalty should also have not been given. But because referees see things differently, they interpret fouls differently, that in as much as Mike Oliver may not give it, Dean can give it, but not giving the same thing and giving it in the same game, that is the problem. So I think both of them were penalties. If the Ahmad one was just a push and not that the guy held his hand, I would have said not a penalty. But he held his hand backwards, and that's a penalty for me. And the ref not giving both, for me, it's a cause of concern because that consistency within the game was not there.
Makes sense. And then one of the other games this weekend that was interesting was Everton Chelsea, and we would talk about the standout one of the standout players in that game. For me, was James Garner. I think he had.
No. It was Sanchez.
Calm down. I mean, calm down. Okay, Sanchez was one of the standout players. Okay, but before Sanchez, there was James Garner, and I
And
think
oh, sorry, for Fana too.
and
Before
Ghana was showing us why he's going to the World Cup, and I don't know. I think that's one of the guys that's been under the radar for Everton, like in terms of playing very good football, and he justified his call up to the World Cup. Michael, do you have anything to say about James Ghana and World Cup call up and yeah?
Oh yeah. James Garner has been consistently underrated player, honestly, since it's because who did they say? Man, you sold him before they sold Fred and McTominay, I believe. I think Fred and McTominay were the people in front of him. So he has always been good, but he has never really had opportunities to always show consistently he has been good. When he went to Everton, Ghana was playing his position, Ghana Gay, so he has been shuttling around. This season, he has settled down into that midfield position and he's showing now. He's bossing the game, he's doing everything. So I'm happy for him. I don't think he's starting in the World Cup.
no.
I do not believe he's going to start in the World Cup. I think that those things are nailed down with Rice and Elliott. Maybe Watson if he decides to play three in the middle, but I think it's Rice and Elliott, Anderson. But still, Ghana, but it was again. Why Everton were very, very good there. Chelsea were very, very bad. Yes, we can say two things are always true. Our midfield was missing yesterday. I think I said it was the only person who even tried a little bit. Lavia was lost. Fofana was lost. Sanchez, let's just skip Sanchez. I don't know what other people do. That guy is backup goalkeeper that is starting for us. I don't know what is happening there. But like I said, two things can be true. Chelsea was horrible, Everton were good, and Everton deserved to win that distance. So yes, not a Doman. We'll see whether they will change his name to Doman that day when he enters World Cup this thing. When he enters the plane, might be that his name is actually Doman, not Ghana. We don't know yet. We shall see.
No, but we're
Let's
not
go.
putting Delman and Ghana in the same box here.
But
We
No,
just
Doman
it's
was
things
going
are.
to go
Everton
to
fan
World
last
Cup
week told
now.
us that that man
I
is going to
say,
World
I
Cup.
fully believe Doman is going to the World Cup. I believe 100% he will go.
But,
His name is somewhere in that shit. He don't just
but
Let's watch. Let's see.
Tunde, why didn't you even bring him on today? I'm
I
curious.
swear.
No,
Wow.
We're
so
looking for good
you have to
big
know,
Doman.
like, it's the same. So you have to get a thing, like, it's the same. Not trying to put too much pressure on a
I
16-year-old.
don't think that would be putting pressure on him. No
No,
one
no,
was.
that's it. That's it. Like, so they are trying to avoid cases of like young players that I think I explained this before with like the story of Messi and Ronaldo, whereby at 16 years old they don't want to be like your team winning or losing is dependent on you at 16.
But he
Let
did
the
that.
senior
But,
players take
but
that.
if your team
But he
was
did it
so,
against
if your,
Everton.
He did
exactly,
it
if
last
your
week
team
now.
was so
No,
poor
no,
today,
no. So
poorer
you don't get.
than they were
They don't
against
want that
Everton.
situation. They don't want that situation to be like, oh, it's now dependent on you. Even I saw this guy does as well too with Liverpool, Rio Nguomo as well too. They make sure that even when they are losing, they probably still keep him on the bench so that there's that pressure. You want to develop naturally, not because you have to win games for your club at that age. And that's one of the things that has been happening with young players right now, especially in England. They are trying to not push them too early so that you are just going to grow naturally. It's gone wrong with Rashford. It's gone wrong with a lot of players like that. Because I listened to Troy Deeney as well. Deeney was like he's happy that Tuchel didn't put Dalman in that squad right now because as much as there were calls to include Tuchel, there were calls to include what's it called Dalman in the
No,
squad.
there was no cost to include that man.
No. I'm saying Troy Deeney was saying there was some calls to kind of put Dalman in the squad that Tuchel
That's
actually
not
made the right
fair.
decision to not include
It's
him
only
because
Arsenal fans.
That's
So.
not
no, I'm
fans.
saying
It's only Arsenal fans.
I'm quoting Troy
Yeah,
Deeney.
I
Just
That's
we
what I'm
don't
saying.
can't
see him,
respond
but
to Troy Deeney because we don't have access to Troy Deeney. So we are
yeah,
telling you
why?
that
No, but even them Rio Ferdinand and Co were making like the whole
even you
argument,
made it. You are the only one that we know that is saying it. And
No,
we're
Rio
telling
Ferdinand and Co. People made not just me. People made those arguments that like Dalman, no, the star of the whatever now. I'm just saying that like it's they're not trying. They're trying to make sure that the players grow at their pace. That's why, like 16 is just 16, 72 days. It's
We're
still a
happy.
kid.
We're happy that you have acknowledged that he's 16 and he's just a young player.
Walcott was taken to the World Cup without even kicking a ball for Arsenal, just because Arsenal signed him at 16.
Yeah, but well, not down man. Okay,
So-
back to Liam Rosenior, Joseph's best manager. Oh God, I don't know. That was the funniest tweet Joseph ever sent to me. Somebody tweeted that Liam. I don't know. I wish I could see the full tweet, but even yesterday we were losing. Baba was still writing notes. What I
At
think
2-0.
I was writing his
when you're
memoir.
managing a team, and people,
Writing press
like
conference.
your colleagues or your people you're managing, they're not listening to you. You now start using all approaches because I don't know what that guy is writing. What is writing? Why can't he tell them at halftime? Pep told his players to do something at halftime. They saw Watkins 46 minutes. He can't tell them before the game. Maybe Joseph can tell us what Liam is writing because I know Joseph loves Liam. Liam Achebe.
I don't even know what he's writing. I don't know. Because normally coaches will call one of the players closest to them, whisper in their ears, and pass the message on. So this note writing, I don't know where he got this idea from. I don't even know any other manager that has done it. I know
I know what.
Amorim was writing notes. Amorim was not passing notes.
Amorim.
Amorim was writing notes, but he wasn't passing it to
Yeah,
the
wasn't
team.
passing it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was right.
he was
Amorim used
taking
to
notes.
write,
Yeah, Amorim used to write. He was
Right.
writing. Also when he was losing as well. But I don't know why Liam is writing notes. It's almost as if he's trying to use it as a distraction from what is really happening. But unfortunately, it is backfiring for him big time because the notes are not working.
But something I want to say is you like Liam, you like his tactics. I just want to ask, like, Liam has played like maybe 8 or more games. What do you think his tactics is, or what is he trying to achieve? I remember ABB too. We knew ABB's tactics. Like some managers have come to Chelsea and we know what they are trying to do.
He
Please,
wants
what
to
is
move.
Liam trying to do?
He wants to move the ball forward. He's very attack minded.
Wait, he wants to move the ball forward. So other coaches.
I mean, he wants to move the ball. He wants to move the ball quicker. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
He wants to go through the middle. You know, he's very attack minded. So, what he's trying to do, unfortunately, is probably with the wrong team at the wrong time. Maybe if the team was fresh, not having played all those games, he could get away with it. But right now, at this stage of the season, it's probably not the best. But regardless of all of that, the players are not just buying into his philosophy anymore, because I feel he has thrown a few of them under the bus and they are not happy about it. Whether he realizes it or not, but he has done it. And players react very badly when you throw them, especially this generation of players. If you are going to do that, then you have to bench them instead of playing them. You are criticizing the players and you are playing them. They are not going to play for you. At this point, I think they have just stopped playing for him.
But if you see the start,
I think tactically, I'm sorry, I think tactically, his issue is that he's doing that thing where it's just like, oh, why express yourself on the pitch? I feel that's what he's doing.
Yes.
Attack wise, which is sort of what what's the name Angie does. Like there are coaches who do things like that, and it works well with players who have experience, not young players who are like still sort of learning the game. Why? Because you have to have the football intelligence to understand, to factor in what your opponent is going to do, what your teammate is going to do, what everybody around you is going to do, and then what you need to do at that same time. There's a lot of things to think about rather than the Pep Enzo structure way, like, oh, I just think about what I'm doing and what the opponent is doing around me, closest to me. I don't need to think about what somebody on the other end of the side is doing. I just think about here and now, my own zone, nothing else. So that's one problem. It's not too bad, honestly. I think that it's just an inexperienced team. The bigger issue is defensively because he's doing so all season. All the Premier League clubs do sort of man marking, especially in the pressing phase and in the opponent's half. kind of man mark to reduce the space of reduce the options of where your opponent is going to pass. As soon as the ball leaves the opponent's half, you go back into 4-4-2, low block defense. That's what's been happening. Liam has come now and decided that he wants to do man marking all over the pitch every time, and it's not working. It's very, very silly. It's the PSG game. Last week, the Newcastle game, that was the reason why they scored us, because he put man marking options, and then once Garnacho lost his man, everything opened up. It was the same thing with PSG. You cannot do man marking against a team that rotates heavily around the pitch. You are just leaving yourself open. So there's wide gaps everywhere. I think the same. He's an inexperienced manager. He doesn't know how to adapt. He's just going with one philosophy, and it's not working, and it's not changing. Yesterday, he was just throwing subs on and on and on without any real, like, you just, oh yeah, Estava has come on. What's Estava supposed to go and do? Just dribble and go and score goal. Bros, why now? In Premier League in 2026, think of something, plan something. It's just
Joseph was waiting for Estava to come on now. Joseph.
Well, I mean, Estabao, when Estabao came on, he played well now. He still showed some desire. The rest of the players are not showing any desire,
desire
no
at all.
energy, nothing. So, as a fan, you go to the stadium, at least Estabao coming on and showing some desire is
Yes,
is
it's
better
getting
than the
corner
rest
kicks.
of the players.
He's getting corner kicks.
Desire FC.
You know,
You know how
I think
frustrating it
I think
is.
after every
Enthusiasm
sub
FC.
yesterday, Chelsea considered another goal. Once he makes subs like this, another goal will just come in. I think there was one stat I saw that Alan Shearer was talking about, and it was like, I think I sent it to the group, and they were like, every team Chelsea has played this season outran Chelsea. Every single team.
So this is before Liam.
This is before Liam. That's where I'm going to. Like,
No athletic.
and you have a young squad. You have probably the youngest squad in the Premier League, and everybody is outrunning you. Then
Younger
there's
people be running faster. Is that not
exactly.
This-
Then there's
But
a
that
problem.
makes
you know,
sense in
you
a
know,
way.
Enzo
Because
does
like
not.
possession team, yeah.
Yeah, Enzo was
Like,
not really moving the ball fast. So if he's
Yeah,
not
so
moving
that
the ball
makes sense.
fast, then there's no
No,
need
it's
for
not
the
about
players
that.
to run.
It's not about that, by the way, because what it means is that your players are not the intense. So it's not just about that. It's a lot more than that. It means that your players probably are not. Maybe your attacking players don't fall back as much, or because you can't play everybody. You've played 31 teams. You've played 31 Premier League games, and everybody outran you. Even the games you did not dominate, even the ones you are not possessing the game ball, even the ones you are the one chasing the ball, everybody outran you. So it's not, if it's like you say 60% of the game, it makes sense, but not everybody. You've played some teams twice already, most teams twice, and everybody still outran you. Even Wolves, Burnley, even.
But I still think it is the style of play that will determine that. If your build up is slow, you're not, because they are measuring them when they are with the ball, and they are measuring them when they are without the ball. So if they are with the ball and they are not running or they are
Is
not
your
passing,
build up slower than Arsenal's build up?
yes, that was my
Arsenal's
biggest
build up.
criticism of Maresca. I was like,
Arsenal's
oh,
build up to is slow. Go and
yes,
ask Arsenal.
Arsenal's build up right now is slower
It's
than
been slow.
2-3 seasons ago, which is
Exactly.
part of your problem.
But we still outrun most teams. That's what I'm saying. That is not the build up.
And you're outrunning the team. Well, I guess you are defending. Maybe because you are defending well. Maybe our players
Exactly.
are
So
not
your
defending
team,
well.
your players are not defending
Remember
cover.
when we were watching the game and we saw how Kusanov ran? Like, we watched some games and we see the way some defenders would
That's
run.
how
Yes.
it is, yeah.
That's what we complain about. Chelsea players.
That's it. So
after-
it's not the.
Yeah, and
not
we
the
don't know
build-up.
why if it's because if it's since the beginning of the season, is that a coaching problem? We knew that okay, Maresca wanted to keep possession, but I don't think that's a coaching problem. I just think we have lazy players because
Yeah.
being able to run and get the ball is a personal thing. Like if you are a defender, whoever you are, and you are defending for your team, and somebody else has the ball, you should be running. Like if you should be trying to run either to go and give the person that is going to get the ball an option, like to give people an option or to try to get the ball or stop the person with the ball from making a pass. That should be a basic common
But
sense.
also too,
Yes.
it could be a coach. Some
He's
coaches
a
want some
coach,
players to
yeah.
stay up. such that when you win the ball in transition, you have enough attackers to turn into a goal. So I think my thought is that maybe your coaches depend on maybe Caicedo to win the ball, and you can turn an attack, a defensive transition into an attack immediately. Some coaches do that. So they don't want people to fall back, stay up front in such a way that you are now going to be the one attacking quickly. So I think if it's gone across two coaches, I know Liam plays like that. I know that's how Liam plays. Liam does not want the players to track back as such because he wants turnovers to be quick and attack. He likes basketball, football, and it's not working for him.
So in terms of, Michael said something I want us to circle back on, like, everybody knows, all these young coaches that come to Chelsea, everybody, for me, where I lost it was when Potter said he took it as a learning experience, and that's why I fault our directors. So can Liam still turn this around? Like, if the worst that would happen is he's not going to make top 5, and do you think it's somebody that can learn quickly and adapt and take Chelsea like the way Arteta has taken Arsenal, or he doesn't have it in him? Like, is it too early for us to judge him as a person, as a coach? Can he learn, or should he get sacked? I guess that's the question. Like, should we be patient with him, or should he get sacked? Because if this is a learning experience, I guess he can learn the number of games, and he has games even before the end of the season. He still has a lot of games to learn. And so should the board be patient with him, or should we go for another coach for next season?
I think the biggest problem is the squad. If your assistant captain is already talking like this, then it shows that there's a dressing room problem already. Mm-hmm. So it's not even about, do we think they can turn things around anymore? Is do the players think this coach actually is knowledgeable enough? So with Arteta, at least the players know they can trust this manager. So there's, aside from Aubameyang that he fell out with, Ozil fell out with the club, not with the coach specifically. Ozil had a different problem. The rest of the players felt, oh, this guy is talking sense. This guy knows what he's talking about. But if Enzo is already coming out to talk, if those quotes are true, about the dressing, about like already there's a sense that the players don't trust him. They feel that his tactics are not helping them. Then it might be, that's a much bigger problem, because in any club, if it's like that, the coach is always the one that is thrown under the bus, not the players.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Who's going to be our? I don't know if what Enzo said is true, but I've seen a lot of reports saying Liam is saying Enzo still wants to play for the club, blah blah blah. We don't know about all of that.
Oh.
Enzo wants to play for the club, maybe not the coach. You see, that's a different thing.
Not for
Yeah,
the
that's the different thing.
All right then.
He needs to stop talking. He's still talking. He's going to talk himself out of the job.
Yeah.
First, Amorim and Enzo did, and
I feel that Chelsea should let him go and bring back Frank Lampard
When? Right now or at the end of the season?
at the end of the season. And because I feel the Chelsea's focus and the stake Chelsea is right now is to build with young talent, maximize cost. I think Frank Lampard, being a club legend, I think he's played under better managers. He understands the game better than Liam. I feel Lampard understands the game better than Liam. He's experienced Chelsea one time. He did excellently well when he was manager with transfer ban, with just academy boys. He did very well. Chelsea qualified for the Champions League. So I think Lampard might be, for me, the best option. Chelsea may not win Premier League, but at least Chelsea will be competitive for the next 2-3 years, and at least
Not with this squad, though.
if Chelsea, even with this squad is not bad. This squad is good. I think aside from I'm saying like the squad overall, aside from maybe Chelsea getting 2 good centre back, even 1 good centre back right now, Chelsea can finish top 5 consistently. So it's not like it's bad like that. But there's a manager that first of all, I don't think he's respected enough. And players do this thing a lot. You see those players, they are interesting beings. If they don't respect you as a former player, number one, you have to earn the respect as a coach. So I don't think they respect Liam as a former player, and he's already losing. He probably hasn't lost it already as a coach. So there are things that Zidane and co will get away with just because they are Zidane.
they're legend.
They will not even be that very brilliant as manager. But you that you are coming from championship most of your career, all those ones, you have to earn that respect. and you have only a short rope. They will not give you 1 season to earn it. Maybe it's even few training sessions. So
again, we're back in the market for a new manager.
yeah.
I don't know. Michael didn't seem enthusiastic about Lampard, or did I get it wrong? I don't
You're
know.
muted.
It's like you're muted, Michael.
You're muted.
Okay, he went
I'm
out.
just saying it from the fact that like it's the project Chelsea's on right now. They need a young manager that doesn't have a lot of ambition as well. That is not planning to win the Champions League, but he understands the Premier League, and that's why I think Lampard might be the best option for now. Maybe later on, because Enrique did not come because of the project. I don't think he will get a big manager for this project. Nobody's coming to sacrifice their life for Chelsea. Nobody. So Enrique is actually free right now, and I think he's eyeing the Manchester United job. So he might end up in Manchester United in the summer.
But you think Carrick is going to go?
If Enrique is available, he's not renewing his PSG contract. He's leaving PSG at the end of the season. Man needs a manager.
They say he's about to sign, though. He's about
No,
to
but
sign.
I'm saying like they are definitely going to be. He's available, so he's not a case of they have to pay a fine or something. They're not paying any breach of
Release fee.
contract.
Yeah.
Nothing. He's available and he's
It
trained.
makes sense to let Carrick go. I get what for Enrique, yes, but Carrick is doing a good job. Like, why would
Enrique, yes.
I think if any big manager is available, like a real top manager, I think Man U will go for
Yes.
that top manager regardless of Carrick, because
Instead of Carrick,
they don't want to make the mistake that they made the last time.
yeah.
And sometimes you have to be ruthless, you know.
So, yeah.
Um,
And that's why I don't think there are other managers available right now as such. Iraola is there. There are rumors that he's going to Spain.
he's not signing. He's not
We
signing.
don't know where Glasner is going to.
Yeah,
But I
even
don't
these
think
these guys are not really real. They are not top. They are not.
but they are better than Liam.
But they are not.
They are better than Liam.
They are not. Liam is not even in contention for the job. So
So-
leave Liam out
so-
of it. But like, they are not elite managers. So
Chelsea cannot get an elite manager right now. Forget
Chelsea
about
can-
it.
Are you saying Iraola is not elite? Because one time you were saying
he's not elite in comparison to Luis Enrique, a Champions League winner, 2-time Champions League winner.
Because I know
No.
you like Iraola, so that's sure.
I
He's a
like
good
him,
manager.
but there's Pep, there's Enrique, Jose Mourinho, there's Ancelotti. Those guys, then they are the
Mourinho
other
is
guys.
retired. Mourinho is retired now. He's collecting pension now.
No, Mourinho
Take
is
Mourinho out
still,
of
he's
the
still a
question
top
now.
manager. You put him in a
No, I'm
big
saying
team.
like I'm not even going to bring Mourinho to this. Mourinho is retired now. He's just collecting pension. So
Are you
he's out
aware
of-
that his Benfica team are about to do the invincible in?
I see.
Portugal?
I'm not saying. I'm saying Mourinho is a good manager. He's a legend. So I've taken him out of the. He's had some bad career the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Slow
Yeah,
down.
he's
7
had-
years. He
Yes,
won the
now.
Conference League like 3 years or 4 years ago. How is it 7?
I'm saying like he's had some bad career. I'm not saying. See, Mourinho is still Mourinho. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that he's not. I feel that his own time has gone. He's not.
No. I think he's not managing big clubs. Mourinho loves the game and he will manage any team that comes for him. He's not the kind of manager that
Why the
picks
big clubs not going for him?
which big clubs. He has already
Went to-
managed all of them.
He went to not all of them. He went to Fenerbahce.
He has managed
What-
Chelsea,
what-
United, Real Madrid, Inter. Who else is left? Is he going to manage Barca?
Yes, Juventus. There are clubs that need coaches.
Juventus is not
He went
big
to
right
Tottenham.
now.
He's
Manage-
okay. Well, he's
manage
managed almost
Tottenham now.
everybody, by the way. So I agree with you now.
Okay,
The only
my
team I can say he hasn't managed is probably PSG. I'll say PSG hasn't managed
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everyone has gone through PSG. So
That's true.
Is Mourinho's toxicity? That's why he's not managing big clubs anymore. No,
Clubs
this he wants to
be-
deal with
they
him.
don't want-
Yeah,
They don't want.
they don't want to deal with that stress.
They don't want to deal with that
no,
stress
it's
anymore.
just the trend. It's the trend for these young managers. That's the thing.
It's not
Once this
about
trend
trend.
goes away, they will start hiring them
But
again.
there was a question. There's a question I want to ask Mike. By the way, Mike said something about Liam the other time about he wants players to express themselves like Angie. But do you see now that football coaches are not letting players express themselves anymore because expressing yourself now puts your team at risk? So everybody
Exactly.
wants to play in a game whereby they can control the outcome and also to when problems start. So if you are
Yeah.
setting Chelsea players up to express themselves, you are setting up the team up for failure because they are
Yeah.
playing against controlled oppositions that know what Esteban would do. They know what Neto would do. So it's easy
Yeah.
for them to collect the ball and just go and score. And that was what Everton did yesterday.
Yes, yes. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with why Xabi Alonso, for example, got sacked from Real Madrid because
Yeah.
he's trying to put a structure in place so that everybody knows what they need to do at every single time. But Madrid is full of superstar individualists, so they could not follow the structure, follow the system. So it's the same thing. Like football now, since Pep's tiki-taka football has moved into a structure, they say
Yeah.
the structured teams win more than the
They do better,
flamboyant, let's not just play ball anyhow teams. And it can work with experienced players, but with young players where like all of them will just follow. This is it was so silly watching because that PSG game during the middle of the week, I didn't watch it, but I saw enough of the highlights to just see some very dumb things happening. Like Chaloba was the one marking Dembele. Dembele will go all the way to the left wing. Chalobah will follow him all the way to the left wing. The middle will just be open. There was one run that João Neves made. It was just like Sa was tracking Cravdona. I cannot pronounce his name, I beg. I'm not going to die today. And he was pointing that, hey, see this guy, yo. But he could not leave who he was man marking because Chaloba is busy looking at Dembele. Dembele is all the way. So I saw so many of those things. I was like, so this is what this guy is trying to do. He's trying to do man marking all over the pitch, and it's so silly. It's almost as if he doesn't like. I'm just a fan watching game. You are the one supposed to have watched hours and hours and hours of PSG play. I know for a fact that PSG rotates. How do you not know that PSG rotates? What plan did you put in place that, if this guy start rotating, what do we do? Do we calm down and say, no, let's not move again? Let's just be easy. Let's defend the place or defending the man.
He listens to
I
fans
don't think
like
he did all those things.
he listens
So
to fans like Joseph. That's the main problem. Fans like Joseph love chaotic. They love
No,
chaos.
so
Like,
enough of Liam slander now. Let's just let's leave Liam.
yeah,
Let's talk about real coaches.
Liam Achebe the Great. He has beaten Potter's record. I didn't know anybody could beat Potter's record, but Liam has already. That's quite unfortunate. Anyways, yeah, I think I've covered all the EPL games. Aside from the relegation teams, we always expect them to pick up points. I didn't expect West Ham to pick up points against Villa today because I knew like a big side, like a serious coach is always a serious coach regardless. Like I knew Villa would turn things around. I didn't. Yeah, like it's even like, I don't know why you're laughing, Joseph. Like it's not. It's not what is at stake. Like Liverpool lost, Chelsea lost. Any serious manager would like, okay, this is my chance to get back in the conversation, and that's what Unai did. Burnley refused to pick up points, and our favorite Spurs, the shocking results because they turned up in the Champions League. They scored like 2 goals. They tried to help the English team. Like I think of all the English teams, they tried to get a respectable result, but
So,
today there was no
Unai is a serious manager and Ateta is not.
I don't know why. I don't know why Arteta and United.
okay. Because Arteta used to go and play low block against this Man City in Carabao Cup Final. So we don't know
Why
when
not?
he's a serious
Why
manager
not?
or
He's
not.
still on the
Arsenal
edge.
joined
That was
relegation.
classic low block.
I think we are talking relegation.
He doesn't want to win final. I mean, he wants to defend.
I thought we're talking relegation teams now. Arsenal for the
I
last
thought it was
section,
League
we're
game
top
he
of
was
the table.
playing and he just
I don't know what
needs
you
a
guys
draw.
are talking about.
was watching the game like, you guys play low block in final against
this
Man
low
City
block,
that
we are
everybody
conditioned low block.
knows if you attack,
This
you
is a
get
condition low
chance.
block. It's a case of if we cannot play, let us stay at the back and not concede.
Oh, so that's
That's how
that's
you
In
different from low
final,
block.
in final.
It is condition when you are conditioned to play the low block. Anyways,
Can I say something? I can remember when Liam wanted to do the same thing against Ateta. You were like, yeah, we didn't need to. Remember you criticized Liam for doing what you did today. When Liam
Which
came
one?
to
Which
play
game?
defensively. Was it the FA Cup?
The
game?
League Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
League Cup now. It's the League Cup, so it's
Ateta to do the same thing by coming to defend. He didn't even
It's
attack.
different. It's not the same context. Arsenal is already leading. It's a two-leg tie. In the second leg, you are playing low block when you need a goal, when you need to win.
Oh, you guys didn't need to win today.
You don't get the point. It's like it's a two-legged game. No.
But would you guys have gotten another chance? Was that
No,
another
you don't.
chance?
You see, you're not getting the point. There are two different contexts.
When did
It's 0-0. It's 0-0.
When did he plan to, at what point did he plan to score the second half?
We had shot on target in the first half.
No, I was trying to bring
First
Doman on at 0-0 so that
No, Man City had no shot on target in the first half. We had two.
You had two?
Yes, that's
Okay, so
Saka and Havertz
you
missed.
guys plan to score in the first half and now play the low block in the second half. But
No, so the plan was like catch them on the counter and score. Because we need to score. For Chelsea, Arsenal,
you
it's
say we
different.
need to win.
No. It's different
they were not
because
planning to win today. That's
think
just
about
the
it. It's like you are doing bantering or you want to talk the game. For Chelsea, Arsenal, the difference was Arsenal was already leading. So when Chelsea went to the low block, Arsenal went to the low block as well and said, no problem. If you are not playing, we are not playing. We are already leading.
You guys are crazy.
And that's the truth. Like, so, and that was where Liam changed the game to. Liam changed to.
This one that is really Liam instead of the game that just finished 2 hours ago.
I think maybe
Wow.
they had to ask 2 legs. So today they came to blow block. They were going to score
Don't
the next
worry,
one.
it's fine. We are still. So when we win the Premier League, people will forget about this Carabao Cup. Anyway,
You was the
Yes.
GPs. That's if you don't know who I am.
you won't even remember.
As you're lifting the League Cup, I will still mention this one.
Don't
Play
worry.
low block in final.
People at that point in time, you'll be like you're a witch. Because it's like, how will someone buy blends? You're not saying that they lost Okada years ago.
Hate
You
water.
cannot-
Number
cannot-
one. We are
cannot-
here for you people.
Don't worry. When you don't qualify for Champions League, you're going to say, welcome to
No, when
conference.
we don't qualify, I will still remember
Welcome
that
to
Arsenal
Conference
lost League Cup
Anyways,
final.
what are the chances of Spurs relegating, by the way? Because they lost
Yeah, that's
to
the next
West Ham
thing, because-
to Nottingham Forest. It was a bad performance.
Yeah, I'm looking at the table now.
They have the worst home record in the history of in the Premier League. This is worse than Wolves, worse than Burnley. Only
They've
won
not
2 games
still
at
beaten
home.
an English team this
They
year.
only won 2 games at home in the Premier League this season. 2 games.
This is end of March. They've still not beaten an English team at all in any competition all season.
No, I think it's this year though.
This year, sorry,
This
this
year.
year from
They
January.
only
Yeah.
won 2 games at home, and it was like it was last year, all season. Even Wolves and Burnley are not even. Wolves is not even close to them in that table. Even Wolves that are 17 points.
So who does Spurs play? Okay, West Ham plays Wolves next. I reckon they'll pick up a point. And Spurs plays Sunderland. That's a difficult game, and the point difference is just 1 point. So Spurs, I don't. But the thing about Spurs is they played well against in the Champions League midweek. Because I want to say they might lose against Sunderland, but I can't say that confidently because we saw them put up a fight midweek. So I don't know, but
Also, that's in context that they are playing a team that already can play on gear 1 and still qualify. It's a 2-legged tie. They won 5-2 in the first leg. All they just have to do in the second leg is make sure that they don't concede 4 goals. So it's not like they are playing a team that is also playing at their maximum ability as well. So we can't really, because their performance today did not even look like they beat Atletico Madrid during the midweek.
Yeah.
It
So
didn't
that
look like
means
that.
they're back in this seriously because at some point we thought they were not going down.
They are back in this. So
Just 1 point. Wow. So everybody thinks Spurs is going to relegate. I know Joseph. Joseph, do you think they're going to relegate?
I don't know anymore.
let's see
I
their
think
next
Tudor needs to leave.
after 2 weeks.
No, it's not about after 2 weeks. He has lost what 4 or 5 games.
It's 1-1.
In the Premier League, he hasn't won. Yeah, okay, he drew one game. I think Tudor needs to leave.
Yeah, 1 point
If
in
Tudor
5
doesn't
games.
leave, they will get relegated. But
Maybe
if he
look at
leaves
their
and they
goals.
bring in the right person, I think they still have a
Who
chance.
is the right person now
Van
with
Dijk,
what 8 games to go?
They
First
can,
Van Dijk.
you know that they had this Ryan Mason. He has done like caretaker for them a couple of times. Young manager like that. I think someone like that
Yeah.
would have been
But
good.
Ryan Mason got sacked in his own job, a
And you know
championship or so.
when you give them a job to just for 10 games, it's easier than a season. Like that's why Allardyce is good at it.
Listen,
I mean, if they
Okay,
can bring
so
Allardyce
Ryan
into good
Mason got
place.
sacked in January for West Brom after winning 4 of 16 matches
yeah.
in January. That's who for what to bring
I
to
feel
cover.
that
No, but he's someone that knows the
the
team,
club, yeah.
Tottenham, everything. They need
I think that's less of a
someone
problem.
like that. Don't bring Google Tudor who's struggling to speak English to the team at this time without a transfer window or a summer to work with the team. No, it wasn't a good idea.
I feel that Spurs relegating or not is dependent on West Ham, not on Spurs. Because I just
Depends on
look
West
at
Ham
their
and
fixtures.
Leeds.
Even West Ham majorly. Leeds just needs to be drawing one or because I look at their fixtures. They are playing Sunderland away next. Sunderland is very good at home. The team that just beat Newcastle today. That's what's it called? They are also playing Brighton next at home. They have a terrible home record. Then after Brighton, they are going to play Wolves away. After Wolves, they are playing Aston Villa away. After Aston Villa, they are playing, I think, Leeds at Spurs. Then after that, they are playing Chelsea. Then their last game of the season is against Everton. So tell me, which of these teams do you think that you can put your money on that they will beat?
Oh,
Chelsea.
Tottenham is playing Leeds as well. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
They'll beat Chelsea. I can put
You don't get. So it's like
Who will
so
beat
Chelsea.
Chelsea?
So 7 games. You are saying that even if it's just Chelsea, 1 game out of 7. So West Ham just needs to just get. If West Ham picks up 40% of their points, West Ham will qualify over Spurs.
But no, we can't say it like this. Tottenham played before the Athletic game. They also had a good game. I don't remember what team they played.
Liverpool
Yeah, they got
Spurs.
Spurs drew with Liverpool.
at
They drew
Anfield.
Man City too. So
Yeah, so
they've been like
they
this.
can put in a good.
They've been like that all season. It's not
Yeah.
like it's not something that started with Gotudo.
No, but the ability for them to produce such big performances and results is the reason why I still always think that they are in with a very good chance to stay up. Because
And
the
that's
other
why
the other teams can't necessarily do that. Like Aston
Leeds drew
Villa.
Man City. West Ham drew Man City.
West
What are
Ham.
you like?
Huh?
Leeds drew Man City. West Ham drew Man City.
Yeah, but
So,
today Aston Villa blew my West Ham away.
I'm just saying that like these are teams that you don't know what you expect because last game of the season is West Ham Leeds. If both of them need that it's a draw, they need to qualify. Trust me, they will play for a draw that day. Both teams. They will just play for a draw. Yes. Then West Ham is also playing Newcastle second to the last game. Then they play West Ham will also play they'll play Arsenal as well. Then also they play which other team now?
West
They
Ham
play
is playing
Brentford.
Arsenal. Oh.
Yes, they're playing Arsenal. Then they are playing Everton. And they're also playing I think their next game is they're playing Crystal Palace and their next game is Wolves. And that's why I said it depends on West Ham performance, not on Spurs, because West Ham have relatively like a better set of fixtures that they can score 1 goal win than Spurs. Spurs are playing like they are a big club. West Ham are playing like we are a small club that don't want to relegate.
Yeah.
So Spurs is not going to those games that let us draw this game and get 1 point. They are going like they can win. West Ham is going for 1-1 draw. If I draw Wolves here, I will not bank on beating Arsenal. Spurs will not go to Arsenal to say they want to draw. They go like we are a big club, and that's why they are where they are.
Right. Guess it's time for predictions.
because I think Forest has left that group right now, at least to a large extent.
Yeah, they saved.
It's 2 points. It's not. But I
It's 3 points.
reckon.
It's 3 points from relegation, 3 points
Oh
from
yeah.
18th. So at
I
least they
reckon
are.
36 or 37 points will keep any of those teams up.
I think so as well too. 37 points.
Are we ready to predict?
Yep.
All right then, Akin, you go.
West Ham Wolves. I'm going West Ham win, and that will be one of their biggest win of the season. Arsenal Bournemouth. Arsenal win. Brentford Everton. These two teams are very difficult to predict. Everything can go and sleep now in this game. I'll take it away. I'll take a draw. Burnley Brighton win. Liverpool Fulham. Liverpool win. Crystal Palace Newcastle win. Nottingham Forest Villa. I'm going for a draw. Sunderland Spurs. I'm going for a Sunderland win. But my spirit is telling me I should say draw, so I'll go for draw.
For Sunday draw, okay.
Sunderland Spurs draw. Chelsea Man City. By the grace of God, this game will not even be 1-0. Man City win.
Even when you want City to
If
win.
we have good man marking against Man City, it will be thought what they call football that day.
So
We
no
check
emotion.
here and go, we move
No
the ball around
emotions.
him. He will not even. You will have to go and wave.
Becky
You have to
was
go and wave blue
juggling
and
the
blue.
ball.
I'll
He
say,
did it
let me
twice
win
against
this.
Arsenal today.
You see what he did against Arsenal? He was taking touches.
Twice, he did it twice.
If Pep catch Liam's one-on-one man-to-man marking, Liam
I think what they should
will
do,
write textbook that
McFarland
day.
should just coach. You should ref that game. I beg. The assistant coach should just be the coach.
Liam will write textbook that day because that is Pep's food. Pep's food. Because
Yeah,
Man U leads. I think Man U will win this one. Yeah. But the game I want to watch is the Chelsea Man City game. I want to see whether Liam
We're a
will do-
big club, of course.
whether
not to
Liam
watch
will
our
do
games.
man-to-man marking.
why?
He will chop.
Why is Manchester United playing on Monday and they played on Friday?
So their next game will be. They're not playing
They're
for 3
giving them
straight
so
weeks.
much extra time to recover. It's crazy.
They're not also in the FA Cup next week.
No, they are
after,
not.
After holiday, so they are playing almost in 3 weeks' time, more than 3 weeks' time.
All right, Joseph, you're next.
Oh, me. Let me see. West Ham Wolves will be a West Ham win. Arsenal Bournemouth. You know what? I think it will be a draw.
Okay.
I think it will be a draw. Bournemouth were really fighting against United, and Arsenal struggled in their last game at home against Everton. Brentford Everton, I'll say Everton win. Burnley Brighton, this will be a draw. Liverpool Fulham, Liverpool victory. Crystal Palace Newcastle United will be a draw. Nottingham Forest Aston Villa will be a draw. Sunderland Spurs. This one is a hard one. I think it will be a draw.
They copy me.
And then Chelsea Man City will be a Man City victory. I have
For
to.
the first time.
He's not backing it.
No.
It's the first time you are saying Chelsea will not draw again.
I said Everton will draw with Chelsea. At least I knew that we were not winning that game. I don't know when our next victory is going to come from. And I'm
End of the
using the
season.
previous performance to judge the next one. You understand? So when
Like,
they
what do you
put in
think
the
what do you think the score will be like for the Man City game?
it doesn't really matter what it is. A loss is a loss.
Just give me like, is it 1-0, 2-0?
It doesn't matter. We are not the top team in the league. We are you know.
Joshua, don't let just Man City to start part go difference, please.
Oh,
That's
the-
like, that's,
No, maybe 2-1 or 3-1. I can't see it being more than that.
So
And
you
Man
think
U
they're going to
leads. You said what?
Oh, you think Chelsea is going to score?
They should now. They're at home.
Okay.
Chelsea has one of the bottom 5 home records, by the way, in the Premier League too. They're 12th in the Premier League, yeah. home record.
And then Man U leads, I will say, this is a tough one as well. I'll say a draw.
All right, Michael.
Right. West Ham Wolves. I'm going to go for West Ham victory. Simply because I need Spurs to relegate so I can be happy this season.
Why do you want Spurs to relegate?
The London boy, the Chelsea fan, right? What time?
Arsenal Bournemouth. Arsenal are going to do low block against Bournemouth. I don't know where, so I'll just say Bournemouth win here.
Bournemouth win.
You're so rude. The top people on the league go and do low block against Bournemouth.
They're going to do low block against Bournemouth.
We learned from Judge
Might as well
Gary.
just give Bournemouth win because we don't do.
Iraola has learned from Pep.
We learned from Judge Graham, don't worry.
Brentford Everton. That one is tough. Brentford win. Burnley Brighton win. Liverpool Fulham. At Anfield. Draw. Fulham win, I beg. Fulham win.
Fulham will win.
Yeah, Liverpool are not a serious club too. Honestly, Liverpool are not a serious club too.
You have
Because
been.
yesterday's game they should not have dropped points against. Did they play against? Sorry,
Brighton.
my brain is Brighton. They should not have dropped points against them at all.
They lost
They
their
shouldn't.
striker now.
They know that Chelsea is not coming anywhere. They know that they are not under pressure to finish fifth. So
Yes, so let them be believing now. Until Fulham and it will be scores one spectacular goal again now. But yeah, Fulham win. I know Fulham probably are not going to beat Liverpool at Anfield, but might as well leave it like that. Crystal Palace Newcastle, that one is a draw. Nottingham Forest Aston Villa. I think that's a Villa win. I think Spurs were bad is the reason why Forest won, rather than Forest being very good today. Tudor, like you were saying, I was even going to add on that Tudor is another crazy manager because in the middle of the week it was Xavi Simons that pretty much, and then he dropped him. Why?
him.
He dropped him. Why? I think Tudor is another problem that is there. Sunderland Tottenham. Sunderland win a big. We know why Sunderland wins so that our dreams can come true, or rather my dreams can come true. Chelsea Man City. Chelsea win. We don't do low block against. We are not a low block team. We don't believe
What
it.
of
is
man
like that.
marking?
Chelsea win.
We come out and we play
We
football.
come out and
We create
they beat
chances.
us, at least we play.
And you get it to guys.
don't worry. Don't worry. Arsenal fans understand that better than you. Playing out.
Then
coming out to
Man
give up,
U Leeds. Manchester United win. I don't see how Leeds are going to score any goal in this game. And Man U will probably, with Bruno being the form player that he is right now, I see that as a Man U win. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so someone should take down. For me, Wolves West Ham. It's so funny. Everybody said the West Ham win, but Wolves has been hard to beat at home. So maybe I'll just go with a draw. I got.
West Ham is playing at home.
What?
West Ham is playing at home.
For West Ham is home. Oh, okay. I'll go with a draw. This is- West Ham Wolves. Okay, maybe a West Ham win. Maybe a West Ham win. Arsenal win for me. There's no. Could it be a draw? Arsenal, they'll come back. They know how to come back from adversity. Today they were dealt with some hard results. They come back. Everton Brentford. He's playing well. A draw. Brighton Burnley, Brighton win. Liverpool win. Palace and Newcastle win. The Villa win. Sunderland Spurs a draw. Unfortunately, Chelsea's going to lose. and the Man U win. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I said the West Ham win, but I feel like it's going to be a job. I'll just leave a win. I don't want to be doing emotions. 'Cause, yeah. So yeah. Again, thanks everyone for coming to watch Aki defend low block.
And their
Sorry.
cup.
I was in the Premier League.
Take your cup,
Big
yes.
cup, yeah, very
Big cup,
I want to
yes.
come with our trophy at the end of the season. Don't worry, you guys.
You had a cup last
Oh,
week.
damn.
I thought you'd bring that
Just,
cup.
just
this
8
week.
more weeks. Don't worry, just 7
But
more.
you were very confident last week. Today you came with encyclopedia of
That remember
I'm
the
not
Chelsea
confident.
from how many years
confident
ago?
about beating
Feels
Man City.
time.
You know that I've never been confident about beating Man City. Man City is a very difficult team. Pep especially, like, I respect him so much as a coach that I don't even know what he's doing.
So.
I don't think it's like that. I just think Arteta overthought this thing and decided that he's still scared of Pep.
He's still
There's
scared of
nothing
Pep,
else anybody will tell me because
Like,
not the Man City we've been watching all
you-
season.
You know,
And he went
when
to
you know
bad luck.
someone well, that you worked with him for a long time, that you kind of think that you know how he thinks, and you're trying to outthink him. And Pep too did that with the Champions League final against Chelsea that he lost. He overthought that game, trying to, and it didn't work for him. So I think they are cut from the same coat, so they learn from their mistakes.
They are not cut from any same code. Pep is a winner. Please stop that.
No, I'm saying like they are. It's not. See,
Ben.
they learn.
Don't
See,
stop
but-
from Ben. No.
I don't think.
Cannot be comparing second finisher.
I
What
don't
is
think
this?
he's
I cannot win the
he's
cup.
he's a student. He's
beg.
not like he's a student of Pep.
And they are
I
not
don't
cut
think
from the same
Arteta-
cloth. Just say that Arteta learned from Pep. They are not cut from the same cloth. Pep is
I
a
don't,
winner.
Yeah.
I don't think Arteta overthought the game though. That's just Arteta's way. He's conservative, he's pragmatic.
Yeah. He wanted to win
He
margins
wanted to
by
win.
corner.
And then the
But he
first
took
15 minutes after the halftime from City, I've not seen City play like that this season. They have not come out to play. The pressure was unbearable. So that was what was the
For
difference.
me, I'm like for me, I know Pep very well. I like him. I like. I'm always afraid to play.
Are you a
against him.
student
I
too?
don't
The
know.
way you do him very well.
I like him. Like, even,
Is that why he finished second?
I can't wait for Pep to leave the Premier League. That guy is
And Arteta will dominate.
he's a beast. He's a beast of a coach. Like, he's a good coach.
I
Even when they are not
reckon,
playing.
I reckon you
Even-
should have brought on Martinelli when
So
you
imagine,
guys
so imagine if they
struggling.
are not playing well. This is one of Man City's worst seasons, and they are still second in the Premier League, and they can still win the Premier League, and that's how good a coach is.
But
Yeah.
that's also
What kind
because
of-
every other person is being very
I'm
bad.
saying like, so imagine that is even Pep has lost more games. Like he's been struggling this season. Last season he struggled. He finished third. This season they are struggling again. He's still in the, even, and that's the sign of a good manager. I wouldn't. For me, he's still the best manager in the league in football in Europe today.
Not the other things being bad.
Even he's bad as well. But imagine if you are bad and you can still win the league. Do you know that's a difference? That's a coach difference. You are bad, but you can still win the league. The rest are bad and they are struggling to finish top 5. So
Nice.
that's how good of a coach he is. Yeah, so.
Nice. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in like 2 weeks, unless we see you guys for Champions League game.